Hey YouTube family, this is Monty coming to you from the County Model Shop. And there's been a question going around the community: what inspires you to build, and why you build? Of course, like everybody else, there's several. For me, of course, there are the one-to-one cars that I see and I like and I enjoy, um, and that's why I build those. And like for example, I have this '70 Dodge Challenger in Sublime Green. If money were no object, I would have a real one of these in my yard. Um, I love this car. I love the color, um, and it's just that's what inspired me to build this kit. Another one was back in years ago when I was doing real show cars. Um, I had started to build a 1970 Formula Firebird. Um, I put a full frame up underneath it. Had a built 455 with a tri-power on it. Um, I know I could have gone more powerful with two fours, but I just liked the way the tri-power looked, and it was a show car thing. Of course, somebody came along, excuse me, and wanted it more than I did, so I let them have it before I finished it. But I'm working on a kit now that um, of the '70 Formula Firebird. This is actually a Trans Am body because it has the vents in it. But there, it's got the nose, the '70 Enduro nose on it. Um, and I was going to paint mine in orange. Um, but like I said, I never did get a chance to finish it. The formula, I found a resin 1/25th scale formula hood. So I bought it and then eventually found somebody who would cast this. This is a resin body of the uh, Firebird, a Trans Am, but it's in 1/25th scale. The new one that has been re-released by, I believe it's Revell, um, that is 1/24th scale. So the hood I had would not work. So it took me a while to find this body, but that's why I built that one. Another thing that inspires me to build is like the Acme shows close to me. I'm about an hour and a half away from Atlanta. Um, one year they had a theme of wagons. Um, so instead of getting a wagon kit, I said, because I like to do things a little differently. So I grabbed the 67 Foose Cornet, um, and then I took the wagon, the wagon part out of the '66 Lincoln, and I made this. There's the Vista roof. Whoops, that came out of the Lincoln kit. Of course, it has the 426 Hemi in it. Um, I had painted this purple and took it to our local car club, and the guys were saying, yes, leave it that satin finish like an old hot rod. So I did that. That's why it's got a satin finish instead of a gloss finish. But that's what inspired me to build that one. Another one, I was going to build another wagon for that show. I said, I'll take that. I like the Foose Cadillac, so I'll take a Nomad roof and tailgate and put on there and make me another wagon. Well, in thought, it worked out pretty good, but the Caddy was narrower than the wagon. I did, of course, y'all have seen this. I did get the Nomad tailgate put on there, but the roof was just too wide. The way the fenders come in here, the roof was just not going to fit. And if you chopped it down, it was just going to look odd. So I put the pickup bed in it. And in the 55 Nomad kit, they had a roof that actually you can make it a 55 pickup truck. So I took that roof off and put it on here. Of course, I did it at a rake, just to make it look a little different. Um, and another thing about this, that's what inspired me as far as that, is I started making a wagon. But this color, the marble paint, was inspired by another builder. Gary at MC Waterworks had just painted a 49 Merc, and it was just gorgeous. Of course, like I say, if you don't know, get over to MC Waterworks. If you're not subscribed, get over there He's an amazing builder. You can learn a lot from him. But that's what inspired this paint job, which is another thing. Just colors or paint will inspire me to do things. Group builds. Whether group builds out there, right now we have several going on. You got the small scale, which is, I got my Camaro here in my pink primer because it's going this color orange. And I love this pink primer anytime I do red or orange. One last year, sorry about bumping the camera, was the Dylan up at NYS Modeling hosted a Pro Street build. And this is what I did. Of course, Fred had done an amazing tutorial on how to do Pro Street on a 55. I used a little different kit, but same concept. And so this is just off of a group build off YouTube. That's what made me build that one. Another one in our local model car club. The Ollies come out and they had all those inexpensive kits, and everybody has seen that little gremlin, the ugly little gremlin. So we said, okay, everybody in the club has to build a gremlin, one shape, one fashion. So I'm still working on that, but this is what I come up with. Took the front clip off the gremlin and windshield post and stuff and added it to this El Camino body. So I guess it'd be a Gramino. I know it's kind of similar to the Cadillac. It's a El Camino style build. But that's what inspired me to build this. And of course, I cast a few engines and stuff. So I'm going to do something a little different. And this is going to get a nice 392 Hemi sitting over in there. Here again, something different, a little sleeper once it gets painted. But that's what inspires me. I like doing things differently. That's not off the shelf and just a little odd. Same way I love Pro Touring. That is, if I had to build a certain style build, I like taking the older cars and putting the big engines and the big wheels and the disc brakes and just make them fun to drive. And so another project I'd started last year was this one here, the 67 GTX. I was going to build it. I'm going to build it Pro Touring style. And of course you see it in pink primer because it's going in a ode to Panther Pink. When I eventually get this done. Here again, you build something different, and I'm gonna drop a big Hellcat in there, Hellcat engine in there, from Joel Mendoza over at Iceman Collections. But the Hellcat's going over in there on this build. So that's what inspires me. Like I said, just something odd, something different. Other builders, but that's what inspires me to build. And this community, this wonderful community. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. God bless.